like that was probably one of the best parts of it, coming in with the like I said, the energy and the entertainment, uh, the action aspect. I took a beating. I took a beating. I gave one, but I took a bigger one. So it
There it
happened.
is. Well, that's cool, man. That's good to know. How long you been a fan of wrestling? Who's your favorite wrestler?
Oh man, really? I can't since I can remember for real. Growing up, I always loved Goldberg. He was just cold to me. Goldberg and Stone Cold, they was always just like my favorite big swole guys. But when it
Oh yeah.
came down to everything, Rey Mysterio was my guy. He was the high flyer. He always, no matter his size, no matter who he faced, he was able to, come off the ropes and come in with the energy, big or small. David versus Goliath, and that was always
Definitely.
me. I was always one of the smaller guys, growing up, and um, I was always one of the faster guys growing up. So it kind of, when I always see myself, in the ring, I always kind of see myself being something like him. And granted, I'm not him to a T, but I got the energy and I got the athleticism for it. So, I'm going to take a little bit of that and mix it with a little bit of this. And now you got Ray Rogers.
Now you got Ray Rogers. Nice, nice. Well, I appreciate it, man.
No
Definitely.
problem. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll get to meet you for sure.
Oh, you'll see me soon. I promise.
Good deal. Well, who's next? Who's next?
What's the question, bud?
He's asking
What
everybody.
about your first match?
My first match?
Your first match.
Against Felix.
That was the ladder match. He was in it too.
No, my first match I'm pretty sure was against Felix.
Oh, no.
What's your name?
It's Jordan Nets.
Jordan?
Jordan Nets.
Jordan S. How do you spell that?
J.
No, the last name.
Your last name.
My last name is Netz.
Look at the camera, buddy.
I don't know if I did that right. Did you say EDTZ?
Netz, yeah.
Okay, good deal. All right, man. Well, tell us, what was your first your first match like?
It was exciting. I didn't really wrestle much until I joined.
Did I spell it right?
This guy right here, if you go to the Facebook channel, you'll see some of the stuff that he did on his first day. He literally took a swan time off the top rope, threw some chairs, and bounced up like it was nothing.
Dang.
Like, this is our yes man. When we want to make a big splash on a move or something like that, this is the man that does it. He's the only man in the IMF that can do a 450.
Except for Eli. He'll jump off a shed.
So, like, his finishing move, the 450, it's a really good move. He's a hardcore type of guy.
I think Eli's inside.
Really? Is that one of your favorite type of matches, is doing the hardcore like that?
Yeah, I like testing how much pain I can take.
Mr. Tap. His name is Netz. Netz.
N
ETZ.
There you go. See, that's why I couldn't hear it. How's that? That look better? Jordan?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There he is. There he is. Good deal. Good deal. Well, Jordan, how long you been doing it so far?
Like 6 or 7 months.
Nice,
I didn't really join until my mom kind of talked me into coming over here with her one day. She's
really?
Is
your mom a big fan of wrestling?
Yeah, she's always watched wrestling with me growing up. It was one of my favorite things to watch. We always watched every WrestleMania together, so we kind of continued it.
That's awesome. That's definitely good. Yeah, I've been a fan since I was a kid too, and my mom was the one that wanted me to get into it, you know. So that's awesome, though. We'll come back to you for sure because I'm going to ask everybody a few questions. So, who's next?
It's your man, 49% Remington Striker. That's next.
Remington Striker. What's up, man?
I'm not doing my catchphrase. No.
Oh, come on.
No, like I said earlier, I've been wrestling since I was 11 on the ground. Oh, it's Remington like the gun, and then Striker like how you'd spell Striker.
Yeah, STRYKER.
IKER. No Y. I.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Wait.
Like I really didn't have any nerves. It was just the nervous thing. It was like after being out of it for about 11 to 12 years, is like, would I still have enough to go? You know. And it's like,
Yeah.
the only nervous part is like, I ran ropes before, but I never wrestled in an actual ring. Like I said, it was on grass, it was on mats, it was on trampolines. And there was one time where we took like 500 bungee cords and made our own ropes. That was fun. Don't ever try
I know what
that.
that's like. We did garden hoses around 3 trees before.
Wow. Yeah. So, but that was like, that had to be like the only nervous part, is like really running the ropes inside an actual ring. Like that was probably, but like once I hit them, it was like, oh, just like bungee cords, only stiffer. So got through that. My first match was against the Soldier GP, and well, we had a little war. Still ain't settled. I don't think it'll ever be settled, but
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah.
I think I watched a little bit of it. I don't know if it was your first one. I watched the
I was
match
the old
between
retired.
you,
I was the
though.
old retired dude with gray hair. That was So, but
how many matches have you had in IMF so far?
In IMF, 8. I've had 8 matches. Yeah.
Nice. You got a favorite one?
My favorite one would have to be the my last one, the I quit match with our last man standing match with GP. We pulled off some stuff that I didn't think that I could actually do anymore, and I proved myself wrong. So.
Cool deal. Cool. Well, it's definitely a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
And hopefully I get to meet you in person one day for sure.
Oh, for sure. But I want to. Oh yeah, no, I was going to tell you my favorite guy. Favorite guy of all time has got to be Bret Hart. You got.
Amen.
Owen is not better. Just stop with that nonsense. It's like, but I got a current favorite. I got to go with the Iowa boy himself, Seth Rollins. So I see a lot of Bret in him. Yeah. So, but I want to hand it over to Omen here from the House of Wolves.
Mr. Omen Black.
What's up, James?
How you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
Great. Tell me about your first match and what was it like to you? Was it nerve-wracking? Was it excitement?
I wasn't nervous at all. My first match was with Jason Myers and Jimmy Payton, ironic enough, for the U.S. title, and I took home the gold that day.
Really?
Yeah. I got hit with a nasty code breaker. Then to find out I got Jason Myers and his sister Abigail, and I got him.
Walked away with this. Right there, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't nervous at all. This is my first year wrestling. Like I wanted to be a wrestler since I started watching wrestling, like Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker, Kane, Mankind, all those guys. Then I got into ECW stuff with like New Jack. 28.
You're 28. That's not bad. That's good though. What was it? I gotta know. What was it like taking your first few bumps?
Felt good.
Felt good?
Your first day here, you took a clothesline from hell from me.
Yeah, first day here, I had to prove myself. I had to take a huge clothesline, and I loved it.
Nice.
That's about this clothesline. If we could have got this on film, this clothesline would have made JBL happy.
Oh yeah. Did he do the inside out?
He took it, and I mean, it was a loud enough boom that everybody that was on the front porch could hear the boom when he took the bump and landed.
That was pretty.
That's a lot of force. You know, they say on average, here's a little fun scientific fact in wrestling, is on average it takes over 800 pounds of pressure to knock a man down with a clothesline.
Was it? I did not know that.
So he must have put about 1,000 pounds. Bam! Knock you.
Yeah, he told me to.
I told him to. Hey, don't let up.
He said, don't let up. Hit me as hard as you can. So he came off those ropes. I came off those ropes, and I hit him with the clothesline. And like I said, that clothesline, JBL would have been proud of.
Nice. Heck yeah. So you're just loving it now. Now your career, just go ahead. And that's for all of you, just get the career and just get it going. Y'all got y'all's name out there. I mean, you've got the subscribers y'all got, you've got the audience you got. But what about you, Mr. GP? How long have you been wrestling, and what was your first match like, if you can remember it?
Like first match with IMF or first match all the way around? Because
Let's do both.
My first match all the way around was against when I was young. I was about 14, 15 years old. I wrestled my buddy. I call him Mick Foley because that was what his gimmick was. He was like Mick Foley, and he looks like Mick Foley, acts like Mick Foley, wrestled like Mick Foley. We had some matches. Like
right.
We had some matches back in the day to where people used to stop and watch in my mom's backyard and watch us wrestle. So that was my first match was with him. And one of my favorite matches was with him when I broke my ankle and my growth plate at the same time. That was one of my favorite matches. But if you ask anybody that was there that day, they'll tell you who walked away with the gold. Even though I walked away under the shelf for the next 8 months, I still won. But like my first match here in here was against my son. And I was just wrestling around, playing around and all that. But on camera, my first match was a tag team match when I created the foundation and took on him and Remington Stryker.
Nice.
My favorite match would have to be the one where I shut Remington Stryker up and put him down for the 10 count with the concerto, which I had to say, toot my own horn. I have to toot my own horn. I do it almost. I think I do it just as good as Edge. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
There you go. I'm definitely did that.
I was getting up. Getting up.
And I'm rushing. Now we're both live.
But now here we are, and now we're putting on matches. I wrestle with these guys all the time, and we have fun with it. We have fun with it.
That's all that matters. Tell me about this U.S. title match between Jason Myers and Jordan Netz. What happened there, and what was that all about? Now I see you holding that U.S. title. So how did that come about?
Titles are just sitting here. Jason still is the champ.
Yeah, the titles are just
Is
sitting.
Jason there?
Yeah, where is Jason? I need Jason.
Inside getting his hair done.
Okay, well, Jason needs to cut out getting his hair.
He's getting the makeup done. He's got to get all set and ready.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, right now he's the champ, and he's a fighting champ. He's a fighting champ.
Fighting champ. Okay. I see Mr. Daniels right back there. How you doing, buddy?
Frederick Daniels.
One thing I got to give you some credit, kid. I mean, I don't know you from a hill of beans. I know you don't know me, but from backyard wrestler to backyard wrestler, you could definitely take an ass kicking. I'm gonna give you credit where credit's due. If you could take an ass whipping and keep going like you did, that goes a long way. So kudos to you. My hat's off to you.
Yeah.
This is why you got picked up at the house.
You talk about him.
If I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure the one match that you seen with me and it was the I Quit match with Soldier, wasn't it?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
He was slinging you around like a rag doll.
Yeah. Yeah, but that match was probably the first match where I finally realized that I kind of want to be more like Dean Ambrose and all that, like hardcore power my way through like what looks to be devastating and all that. So
I've created a monster. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's trying to say.
Created a monster.
You created.
I trained a monster.
Yeah, everyone around here, they helped me through my beginning and all that, and
Hang on a minute. Let me test
everyone's just great, and yeah, I mean, now I'm in the House of Wolves, and I got fans, and
You're a tag team champ.
yeah, I'm a tag champ now.
Go.
So
Congratulations. I don't know if you've watched any of my stuff, but
yes, I have.
You have.
Yes.
Fun fact, I've only held one tag team championship in my backyard career, and that was years ago.
There's two great wrestlers.
Yeah,
But that's cool.
that's.
So-
I've seen some of your matches. I do say you do a better stunner than Soldier here.
I second that.
Sucker.
I second that.
What did he
Have a
say?
stunner off then.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
can have
I think they're
stunner
trying to say something, man. What y'all trying to say?
That y'all need to have.
I'm
Uh,
trying to say we need to have a stunner off.
Yeah.
I mean-
Whoever wins gets to keep the stunner.
49% signs off on that match all day.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Hey, it's all right.
All jokes aside, I don't think James Taylor is ready for the Soldier.
Oh.
All jokes
Maybe
aside.
not.
Where's
But
that
I
then?
mean,
Yeah, I've watched all.
He took the cap off.
I've watched all his matches, and ain't nobody. He ain't standing across the ring from nobody like me. Plain and
I
simple.
mean, hey,
know, I'll keep it
you
in
got
the
a ring
brotherhood.
right
I'd pay
there
to
with a
see
bunch
that.
of ropes. You got a bunch of ropes around it. You could be in one corner, I could be in the other. It could be a referee somewhere in the middle, and in the back, and it's just gonna be nothing but brutality, Bob. You know, what do you think?
Anytime, anywhere. Anytime,
I
anywhere.
maybe 3 moves, and I decimate that whole locker room of yours. But that's beside the point. Anyways,
He said decimate the whole locker room. You didn't say decimate the Soldier. He said the whole locker
IMF
room.
is destroy that company we call TVW.
hey, you gotta keep it going. You gotta believe.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, when I get done with him, he's gonna be doing the RKO and not the stunner.
I'll put Chucky O'Malley on you. Get you done for it.
No, I'll do the pedigree.
He'll be changing to the pedigree because he's Triple H now.
He's gonna have to switch.
But honestly,
I'll stun the Austin out of him, guys. You guys don't want that.
I don't know. Can you outdrink me?
I can. That's what I think.
After I beat you, we'll go and have some drinks.
Now, I've seen you're a pretty technical wrestler, Mr. GP, but I don't know if you could go with brawling style with the best of them, especially in the backyard. One thing I like to do is throw
One day.
hands.
Quit walking by me. I'm standing in my
One day we're gonna have to do it.
One day.
You're gonna have to look across the ring from me and realize that was the moment you fucked up.
Don't worry, it's not that hard
Are
to
you
beat them.
sure? Are you sure? I mean, I thought it was going to be more that James Taylor would come there, and after I ran circles around you, you'd sit there and say, damn, what the hell was I thinking? That's James Taylor.
Hey, I thought this was supposed to be a friendly podcast. Hey, and
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I apologize for that. You see, one thing I'd like to know, did any of y'all go through a chopping session? Have any of y'all taken some real knife-edge chops?
Yes,
Hey, man.
No,
Man.
no,
Yeah.
I took some real chops.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can have a chop off. I like
knock
doing
all
the
this
chop.
shit on.
Who gives the best chops?
Who gives the best chop?
Soldier, 100%.
Okay, who could take it the best and sell
This
it?
guy right here, this guy. This
I'm
guy
sorry.
right here.
I hate them all. I hate them shots.
I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to say Freddie can take the best chop.
all right, hey, we got the U.S. champ here. Let's get the U.S. champ on the podcast. All right.
What's up, champ?
Oh, the champ's ready. Post Malone.
Sit down, boy.
Do not be bothered.
There he is, Mr. Jason Myers. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, kid? You doing all right today?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
I heard that you are the United States champion, and you got some. I saw your match that you had recently with Mr. Jordan Nets over there.
For sure. Definitely someone really good to work with in the ring.
There you go. How long have you been wrestling, and can you tell me what your first match was like?
My first match, it was.
Uh-oh. I don't know where y'all went. Hello? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're having a little bit of a technical difficulties right now. That's okay. I'm sure they will be right back. Let me. There we are. I think y'all are muted. Can't hear y'all. Can't hear you. Oh, there they went. They went gone. But hey, that's all right. They'll be right back, I'm sure. We'll wait for them to come back. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is IMF Wrestling. They are based out of Iowa. They're really good. Indie Backyard Wrestling. Oh, I think they came back. Here we go. Add to stream. There they are.
Yeah. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Someone called.
Difficulties.
Someone called, yes.
Oh, that happens. Don't you hate it when that happens? I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. I'm sorry, can you remind me of the question?
Yeah, what was your first match like? You know, were you nervous about it? You had that camera pointed on you. Were you excited? Did you feel like you were ready?
It was a mix of emotions. It was really cool to be in a ring finally. It's been something I've been watching and over my whole childhood. So finally doing it was really exciting, but having the camera on me, not really being able to perform and be in front of people, that made me nervous. But I got over that, and look at where I'm at now. I'm U.S. champ.
There you go. There you go. Could have said it better. What's your next match? Who's your opponent, and what's the stipulation?
My next match is going to be Felix Jones.
Oh, Felix Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna tear it up, ain't you? Is it just a normal one-on-one, or y'all gonna have some type of a street fight, or what? I was just curious. You don't have to if you don't want to give away.
Our next match is going to be on episode 1. It's a trunk match, actually, for the U.S. title.
Nice. So I could definitely tell that a lot of y'all are green, and I respect, because that is the best time to do it when you're learning everything and you just got that passion for it and you're having fun. I mean, look, you've been in this business a couple of months now?
Yeah, like 5 months since we.
And you're already a United States champion. That says a lot, and that's good. And all that matters is that when you go out to that ring, you have fun. If you ain't having fun, don't do it. But if you're having fun and you have fun entertaining your audience, don't worry about the 15, 20 people that might be sitting there ringside watching you.
What?
Also think about that camera watching you, because there could be hundreds of thousands of people that's going to watch you. You know what I mean?
You don't have to wait. No, you know what's funny? It's like you're lucky I'm injured. Otherwise, I'd fucking drop you right now. All right? I would so drop you right now.
Hey, break. Hey.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
The 6 man, we're the tag team partners. It don't matter.
Well, you know
They're
what?
good.
What's going on?
We'll see who's going to let who out, okay? All right? You don't even know who I got coming, all right? 49% going to get real. And you know what? When I get 51% from Donnie, that's going to make me 100. And guess what? Shit's going to change then.
Ooh.
Hang on, I apologize for that because somebody got a little rambunctious over there, but I'm sorry for interrupting the podcast. This is supposed to be friendly, and apparently we can't be in the same ring together for more than 20 minutes. So Remington Stryker apologizes for that.
You're fine, Mr. Stryker. Look, this is the Nemesis Sessions. This can be an 18-plus show. I mean, violence is part of it. It can happen. It could be a first on this podcast to see a little violence. If that was to happen, that's between y'all. But nonetheless, don't worry. You're good.
I'll put your ass through another fucking
Listen,
page.
hey, stop it.
So, what do you guys think about that? Hearing the bicker like that?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, it's
Something that happens in this business.
That's what happens,
One
man.
be better than the other.
You want me to,
Sometimes storylines get into real life and we can't separate that most days.
That's understandable.
You're gonna fucking hurt.
I already am hurt. I'm hurt every
Who?
fucking day.
Of you guys right there, that's right here in front of this camera, which one of you 5 think that you're the best wrestler of you 5?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on now.
I like it's me.
I literally have the title.
Hold on.
Hey, hold on.
I'm going to stop it right now. You can take me out that. I'm just like one of the best entertainers, but I'm not the best wrestler. I'm one of the best entertainers. That's that. I'll give myself that. I get a Grammy.
You're a superstar. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I like how they all raised their hand, but we all know it's Soldier.
No.
He said out of us 5 on the camera, though. He said out of us 5 on the camera.
Just you 5 on the camera.
It's called the truth. First off, it's called all of you. I'm the one with the title best in IMF. So I'm the reason you're holding the championship.
You're his backup.
What are you bro?
You're only a tag champ because his partner couldn't show up.
We need a fatal 5 at this point. We gonna figure this out.
You're like a 6-man to Cisco.
Look at that. You know what? 49% is gonna make it happen. Fatal 5-way. Fatal 5-way.
And the winner.
Thanks for making this match, bud. Thanks for making this match.
You're welcome. Have any of y'all ever done a fatal 5-way?
We have with the ladder, actually.
With the ladder.
Hey,
somebody came up with the garage. Him.
You like it?
I know how to make it really interesting.
Jason came off the garage and off the balcony, so we definitely had some good fatal 4-ways and fatal 5s.
Here's how you make it interesting. Not one pinfall, make it elimination. Last man standing. Oh, yeah. The last one to get the pinfall wins.
Elimination.
Nice. I'm down for that.
Well, of course I'm gonna win.
Oh yeah, sure.
Money man Ray Roberts gonna come for the money.
Believe what you want.
I'm the GOAT.
Believe what you're on.
He's the GOAT. That guy. He said he's the GOAT. Look at that.
You sure do smell like one.
Hey.
I like the enthusiasm. That shows a lot right there. That's good.
Are you really getting into this post Malone? Take off your head. I won't.
So, have y'all done y'all show today, or do y'all got a show coming up?
We did our tapings today. We tape every Sunday. So
I do appreciate it. Now, do y'all got any questions for me?
See ya.
I do. I got a question because they put this in my head now with the best of the stunner and the battle of the stunners. So I do got a question about that. I do. If I give you an open challenge, would you come up here and fight me?
I mean, I answer any challenge. I mean, never say never. I mean, if you're that eager, then yeah.
I am that eager. I am that eager. These guys put it in my head now. I think we could put on a really good match. Me and you, battle of the stunner.
Yeah, it'd be an honor. I'd come up there for sure. Definitely. It'd be fun as hell to do that. I'd love to get in y'all's ring and just square up with one of y'all. I mean, if you want to be the one to go, then yeah, I'd love to face you 1-on-1 for sure. Just name a time and date, or maybe we can work something out. So there you go.
Okay.
So one thing that I do, I noticed obviously you train with the wrestlers and y'all train and y'all practice before your shows, or do y'all practice on other days, or what?
We usually, because everybody comes over here anyways. It's like my house is like an open house for them to hang out and stay and chill and all that other stuff. We're in the ring all day, every day. Like every day, after school, when they get out of school and they come over, like they're always in the ring rehearsing, practicing, getting stuff, trying new moves. Like seeing that they can do. Like Felix started working on the crossroads, and he's actually doing pretty good with it. Like we got Jordan, who's testing out the lumbar check.
Yeah,
he's doing really good with it. Like, and then we got our U.S. champion who's working more on springboards off the top rope, what he can do springboard wise, and what he can add to his repertoire. Like we're always in here working and working. Well, some of us are. Hey, but we're always working in here.
49.
Well, that's cool. Do y'all practice ever doing promos? Do y'all ever practice like a promo class, or do y'all ever just ramble on just to practice talking trash to each other?
I think I can answer this one.
We have a chat.
We have a IMF chat where we constantly just shoot promos on each other. So I think that's kind of our training. So we'll tell you, hey, that's good, or hey, you need to work on that more.
Nice. I don't know if y'all seen any of my promo work, but I run a organization called PWF. It's an EFED, Promo Wrestling Federation. And one thing we do, I've come a long way, not to toot my own horn, but back in the day, I couldn't cut a promo for the life of me. But I think I'm okay now.
With our roster, they started. They couldn't cut a promo to save their life, and I think the whole trash talking in the chat has gotten them better at cutting promos and all that stuff. So, like, because now they cut promos all the time, and they're kind of like you said, they're constantly fighting with each other in the chats, talking crap. Like, it's a brotherly thing.
That's
like
good.
These guys, it became a brotherhood, and that's ultimately what I was trying to go for when I started the IMF. Was it keeps kids off the streets.
That's true. I mean, they could be out there doing really dumb stuff,
but they're in my backyard doing dumb stuff. You think about it.
But I mean, they're not doing it to really hurt themselves. They're doing it to have fun, and it's a hobby. And if anything, it also gets them out of the house and gets them active.
Like my daughter, she's 6, and she every Sunday, Daddy, can I join? Can I join? Can I join? Like, she's got her own little wrestling gear. She calls herself Kitty Cat. So she's got this wrestling gear that has cats all over it. Like, she's got her own thing going. She's only 6, and she wants to jump in the ring. My son, who's 8, he's jumping into the ring next year. Like, starting them young, but like ultimately we all become a family.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what the main goal, and that's what I like about it. Like, we all become a family.
Same with my son. He calls himself Skull Crusher, and all he does is just jump off the rope. That's all he does.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then we got this little guy right here. He's 3 years old, and he's Mad Dog Maddox. That's what we call him, Mad Dog Maddox. 3 years old, runs down to the ring, gets in the ring, hypes himself up. Damian Priest is his favorite guy. So like he's sitting there, he's only 3.
That's cool.
And he's always coming in here cutting promos like, we can fight in the ring. Like, he always throws in the ring. Like, every time he comes over. And because, the soldier does the middle finger all the time. Like, every time I see this little 3-year-old, the first thing soldier. And he flips me off.
Uh-oh. Lost him again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the IMF Wrestling podcast based out of Iowa. Midwest Federation. Can't hear you.
Sorry about that. I keep getting calls.
Oh, that's okay. Y'all are busy guys.
Can't hear you now.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can we hear now?
I hear him. Hello? Oh, there they are. They left. Hopefully they'll come right back. But yeah, you need to check them out. I'm going to put a link to their channel in the description below for sure. Really good cats. I like them. They were very entertaining, especially for a backyard fed. Just, nothing super serious. Just that they're there to have fun and entertain. And that's what matters more than anything. Here we go. All right. I think we got them now. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Camera said, not today. So I'm guessing everybody left.
Yeah. My wife cooks. She grills out, and she makes food for everybody every show. So
Nice.
they're getting ready to smash on some really good food.
I hear you, definitely. Well, then we'll wrap this up here soon. I was just ask a few more questions, and I'll let y'all go unless y'all got some extra ones for me. Anything that y'all are curious to know, or actually, why not? Let me go ahead and start off. Have y'all watched any other backyard feds? And if so, have you noticed any that stood out to y'all?
We're actually feuding with a couple companies right now.
We're going up to Ohio, in March, Omen is taking on Dark Cryptics Wrestling's heavyweight champion, Matt Forsaken. And I'm taking on their pure heavyweight champion, Dark Kron. And then our fellow buddy, Dirty Donnie, who's not here right now, he's taking on their wrestler called Combat Joe.
Do they have a YouTube channel?
They do.
Dark Cryptic Wrestling. Dark Cryptic Wrestling, right?
Yeah, Dark Cryptic Wrestling.
Dark Cryptic
Dark
Wrestling.
Cryptic Wrestling.
Cryptic
And,
K.
what's
Cryptic with the K.
Oh, okay, I see it. I found it. So what's the story with that? Why are y'all going against each other?
I found Matt Forsaken's match with Combat Joe, and I simply challenged him like I did multiple wrestlers, even Captain Law you had previously.
Oh, okay.
And nothing came of Captain Law, but hey, I tip my hat to him. He's doing good in his company. But Matt Forsaken, that's a different story. See, Matt Forsaken,
he responded,
and he said, "I shall be forsaken." Well, I'm going to tell Matt Forsaken this. If anyone's going to put you through a table and end your career fast, it's going to be Omen Black, not Combat Joe, Jester, whoever the hell is left in their company.
Yeah. And you said they're located out in Ohio?
Correct.
Now, have they ever come to y'all's ring?
No, we're going to them. I figured it'd be more like, how the NWO took over WCW.
Yeah.
The greater goods coming to take over Backyard Wrestling.
So with what I'm looking at their makeshift ring. I mean, I see these guys are ready, but their ropes are a lot like TBW ropes, which is interesting. So there's nothing wrong with that. But y'all gonna go in there and decimate them, aren't you?
We are. Dark Kron. I'm fighting Dark Kron. And because I call myself the popular monster, he said he's gonna zombify my ass.
So
we're looking for a fight that we're gonna give them. And when I walk away from Ohio, I'm walking away from Ohio as Soldier 2 belts.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm walking away as the IMF champion. And I'm also walking away for the DKW Pure Championship.
Dang. Okay. Well, then that means y'all are definitely gonna turn some heads whenever y'all go there, aren't you?
Yeah, and then we got another company out in Michigan, STH Backyard Wrestling.
STH?
Correct.
Huh.
And I'm facing their version of Kane.
Version of Kane. Oh. What's he all about? What's he like?
I called him out. He responded. It was about first when IMF started, I called out Kane.
Oh, okay.
The bad blood has just been brewing for almost a year. The same with Money Mike.
Yeah,
same with Corey. Same with all of them.
The moment Money Mike won their world title, he challenged me, the IMF heavyweight champion. So we're gonna go up to Michigan, or they're gonna come here, and we're gonna shut their mouths too.
Yeah, there it is. Well, if they come there, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a hell of a show. Man. I see this Kane guy. This Kane guy's a big dude.
Funny thing about
Omen.
Kane, he's never faced anyone like Omen Black.
And why is that? What makes Omen Black such a polarizing figure? Entertain me.
Very few have been able to put me down for good. Very few have ever put me down for a 3 count.
And those ones that have?
I tip my hats off to them.
No revenge? No.
I got my revenge on one. Felix Jones on a fluke win. And I proved it the next following week or two. I proved who was better.
Nice. And then when's y'all's next big show?
Well, we're shooting for, once it gets warm. So like right now we just film whenever it's nice because of the weather. In March, like I said, we're going to Ohio to fight the DKW. We're shooting for our first like season 2, episode 1 is gonna be roughly April 9th.
Mm-hmm.
April 9th. around there when we actually started where it's starting to warm up and the ground isn't so muddy and all that other stuff. So around April 9th is when we start with our stuff, and we have a 6-man tag for the greater good. Me, Dirty, and Omen are taking on obviously Remington Striker and his 2 mystery opponents.
Nice.
And then that second week, I'm fighting Jordan Nets, the only person that actually pinned me for a 3 count because he cheated. I'll say that. Cheated.
A win's a win.
He used his little briefcase and he hit me with a 450 splash. So, and then Omen is having a first blood match with Remington that episode?
Correct.
And then our first big show is that last Sunday of April, which is Rumble in the Yard.
Yeah.
That's when the truce ends.
And that's when the truce ends, and it's going to be a tables match between me and the self-proclaimed King of Tables.
Gotcha. Nice. So have y'all thought about venturing down to the South at all?
Well, you said you're from the South. So we could venture down to the South. We're willing to take on anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Like
we threw out other challenges to other companies, but they were too scared. Like before we went on the air, I told you that we messaged the TBW. They responded, but then they shut their mouths once they realized what we're capable of. We challenged another company, trampoline company. Their world champion was the big dog, right? He said, get a hold of him. We got a hold of him. Nothing happened. Man. We challenged a company in Texas. They said, oh, that sounds really fun. And then they realized what we are about.
Are you talking about Malachi?
Yeah, and they deleted all the comments. They ran their mouth saying, yeah, we go fight you. We'll come here. You guys come down here if you want to fight. So we said, bet, make it happen, make the date, set the date, and all of a sudden they deleted everything.
That's on them. That's on them.
All your viewers and everybody watching this, the IMF will challenge any team, any company, anything. Look, we're willing to take tag titles from every company that wants to accept our talents. No problem. We'll be like the Hardy Boys. We like collecting belts. We're starting with DKW in March. We're taking their world title. We're taking their pure title. And if they have a tag titles, we'll take those too.
Have all the gold before it's over, before 2023 is over.
I want to give you a little history lesson, Mr.
Yes.
James Taylor. When IMF started, there was this dominant team called the Foundation. And that consisted of us two and the Young Guns.
Now, us two.
We carry the Young Guns on our backs, so we had to get rid of that dead weight. And then, some great teams always seem to break up.
Right.
How many times the NWO members leave the NWO, but they were still NWO? How many times did Triple H and X-Pac fight over DX? Brothers fight. But when it comes as a unity, as the IMF goes against the world, we unite and we'll take out any competition.
That's why we have people wanting to join us. Like another backyard icon right now, Aaron Blaze. I can't remember where he's from, but he wrestled the lights of Captain Law. Even Aaron Blaze wants to come work with us.
Aaron Blaze. Yeah.
We have guys from Massachusetts coming here.
Loose cannon. Garbage. We have a guy that runs an independent company throughout Nebraska and all that stuff, who reached out to us.
And shout out Levi
McDaniels, who's gonna start working with us.
Really?
Like all this stuff is happening fast, yeah, because our channel's only been up since July, but we put the work in and we're busting our ass, and all these kids are busting their ass every weekend, all day, every night, being out here in the freezing weather, cutting promos while we're freezing our fingers off, can't feel our nose. We're still out here cutting promos. We bust our ass to get where we're at right now. And the sky's the limit right now. Like we're about to do big things this year. I mean, look, big things. We have something lined up later down the road sometime. We're gonna meet. We're gonna go face to face. We're gonna have a match. That's big things for me.
There it is.
And I watched your stuff, so I know what you're capable of. You watch for my stuff, you know what I'm capable of. We're gonna put on a fucking banger.
Amen. And that's something I'm definitely looking forward to, and I'm wanting to do that a lot this year. And doing that with you is going to be really, really fun. That kind of leads to one of my questions. Did any of my matches stand out to you that you looked at and was like, holy crap? Did you have a favorite match?
Okay, the gauntlet match. The gauntlet match where every single one of those wrestlers that you wrestled in that gauntlet match were kind of like, no disrespect to them and who trained them, but they were garbage. But you ran that match.
Mm-hmm.
The best part of that match was you. I'm gonna be honest.
They were green.
They were green. They were rookies, but you took them on. You took the match and you made something out of it. Like the first guy, what's his name?
His name's John.
The first guy, you could tell was horrible in the ring.
Yeah.
But you worked with what you had. Yeah. The Atomic Titan, where his shirt says he's the best or whatever, like
from TBW.
Yeah,
you ran that match.
You ran that match. You could tell you ran that match.
Yeah. He says he's the best, and I think I tried to prove him wrong on that one.
You ran circles around him.
He was in the wrong time, but he has come a long way since, and that was almost a year ago when we had that match. And I've seen him up his game. Sometimes people being in the ring with me, because I try and teach everybody something. Hell, anybody might teach me something when I'm there. I'm always learning. But one thing I'm a student of the game. And I think all you guys are too as well. Every wrestler is. You know what I mean? Oh. We got King Vampire here. Congratulations to retaining the title on Vampire God. Okay. All right then. What's up, King Vampire? Well, so IMF has been on the map since, when did you say? July last year?
I mean, our channel started. We've been working for over about a year now, but like our channel wise got started July 8th.
We started working around this time.
Yeah, we started working around this time last year, getting stuff in order, making sure we had stuff lined up, getting belts, all that stuff, just making sure we crafted our, trained our craft type shit.
Yeah.
So, but July 8th was when our channel went up, and already we have over 100 subscribers. 70, 80,000 people have seen our stuff. We just started doing stuff with our Facebook page, and now all of a sudden, like the last week, 7,000 people have seen our Facebook page.
Dude,
so,
that's awesome.
And what I like about it is, like I said, everybody's putting in work. Yeah, I might be the owner and all that stuff, but everybody's putting in work. This man puts in work when he goes out and he finds guys that want to come here. When they contact us directly, hey, I want to come work with you. It means we're doing something right.
Yeah.
Like, my wife, she doesn't only just cook. Right now, she's working on the Facebook page. She's the reason why we got 7,000 people looking at our Facebook page. The kids that you just talked to, the kids that you guys talked to, that you talked to just earlier, they're all working on the social media, like with the TikTok, the Instagram, all that stuff. They're focusing on that, and like it's a team effort, and everybody's putting in their weight, and that's what I like about it. And nobody worries about it. Like this kid right here took a stinger the other day, and almost broke his. We thought he broke his neck. And this is my other son. This is Jimmy Payton.
All right, yeah.
This is one of my sons. He like I said, he took a stinger, a bot suplex, and he landed on his head like Big E did.
I saw that. That's what I was wondering about, if he was all right.
It was just a stinger, the doctor said, but then he turned around. He wanted to use it as a storyline. So now it's in the storyline. He's in the storyline that he's injured. He's coming after him because he challenged them because it was his guy that did it. Now all his brothers, because there's 5 of them, are all trying to take out the House of Wolves now because they try to injure his brother. So it's stuff like that. Like I said, this was his idea for a storyline.
That's
He's like, let's take this injury and let's work with it. And so thank God, because it was scary as a father. It was scary to see my son lay there on the ground for a minute, like couldn't move, he lost feeling, all that stuff. But like I said, again, it was the risk of the job.
Now it is a risk. Got to be careful with it. That's why I've had something kind of similar happen to me a long time ago, and ever since then I said, anybody I wrestle, no pile drivers, nothing dumping me on my head. You can do whatever you want to me, just don't dump me on my head.
Yeah, that's one thing we know. The closest pile driver we have is his nail in the coffin, which was the Fatu driver.
Yeah.
Other than that, nobody. I don't feel comfortable with anybody doing those type of moves in my company at the moment.
Yeah.
But like I said, risks happen. I've been concussed in here. I have had a concussion in here.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Nets, he landed wrong on his 450 and he broke his elbow, and he's just getting back into the ring. So,
well, so say I come up there, would y'all be against me getting in the ring and practicing a few bumps and practice?
Not at all.
Helping train.
I have, no, not at all. Like my kids are ready they're ready to learn.
Okay.
They're ready to learn more than what they know right now, and I have no problem with you coming up here and teaching. Like I said, I've seen your stuff. I've seen what you can do. That's why I really do want to wrestle you, because I've seen what you can do.
I appreciate that. I'm one of the, and not again, not to toot my own horn, but I consider myself one of the safest backyard wrestlers. I might look like I've done some crazy stuff, but I'm very safe when I do it. I like spots. I like doing spots, kind of like rehearsing a spot in the match to make it look great. And I want to protect the person I'm in the ring with, and I expect them to take care of me too. That when you go one-on-one with somebody or anybody, that's your dance partner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to pretend you hate each other, put it on for the show, not to give away all the kayfabe, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but
I know.
You got to rely on them to take care of you, and you take care of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, and that goes a long way. That's all. Build trust, and for sure. But if I came up there, I'd get in the ring, and anybody that wanted to come in there, if they wanted me to show them a few things that I know, pass it on to them, and then they can make it better, or just maybe use it for their, to further their.
I'm the champ, and I would gladly take advice. Gladly take advice.
You might know something that I don't. I've had people show me stuff that I don't know. I don't know everything. I'm always willing to learn too.
Right. Because I will be honest, because of you, this man right here is working on his own F5.
Really? What do you think of my F5?
It was clean. That one you did to the guy on the trash can.
Everybody likes that one the most, because it was
the one I got excited for, though. The one I got excited for was you did it to a guy my size.
Yeah, his name's Marcus. He weighed 320 pounds when I did that.
I weighed 305. So
I picked you up.
Yeah, and that's what I'm excited for. That's why I'm excited if we have a match, because I'll take an F5.
Okay.
I'll take an F5. I like that. Like I want to be tossed around. I just haven't found somebody to be able to toss me around.
We got to get all Almond Black right there to do it. Uh-oh. Somebody might be calling them again. I know the feeling. It happens. We're going to end it with another question, and then we'll cut this short. I know they're here, but we'll have them removed for just a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Nemesis Sessions, tell me in the comment section below, or even comment it right now if you're in here, who would you like to see as the next guest here on the Nemesis Sessions? And is there any dream matches you'd like to see James Taylor in, or any backyard wrestlers? And if you'd like me to interview them, please tell me. All right, I think they're back. Let's get them back.
Technical difficulties. My bad, James.
No, you're good. I know all about the difficulties. I know that happens, especially when your phone calls come in that you can't help that. That's part of it.
It's actually when I was speaking of my son, the wrestler Skull Crusher, he was calling me.
He's like, you talking about me, Dad? What you talking about me for?
He's like, Skull Crusher's ready.
So we're gonna end it up with this, but I'm gonna ask y'all both: are there any backyard dream matches that you would like to have, or dream opponents that you would like to be in the ring with that you could think of? If not, no biggie.
Like backyard, independent, anything.
Yeah, anything.
All right. Well, one's you. Now I'll be honest. One is you. After watching your stuff and watching your stunner and all that other stuff, it makes me want to do my stunner better, and I want to match with you. There's this company called Central Empire Wrestling, and it's a little independent run by Austin Bayless, and he's like, I know him. We know each other, and actually, because of him, we're gonna have a cage for June 17th. We're having Rage in the Cage, IMF Rage in the Cage, and he's bringing his cage to set it up and all that. Their world champion is my daughter's favorite wrestler.
Really? That's cool.
AT Energy, their world champion. My daughter's favorite wrestler in the whole world is him. And that's my dream match, is to have a match with him.
That's awesome.
Just for my daughter, so my daughter can watch.
That'd be cool.
Her dad go against her favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
My other dream match is against a guy named Grado from Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And his is Jimmy Wayne Yang.
Jimmy Wayne Yang.
And for the backyard scene, my dream match, I have to say with Aaron Blaze and a match with Anthony Steele and another wrestler from CCW, Masada.
Okay. What did you think of Anthony Steele when I went against him?
I thought you guys were both really great. Like you guys had great chemistry, great storytelling. I think it was hard to tell. Like it was like an exciting match. You couldn't tell who was gonna win, who was getting the best out of it. You were both getting the best out of each other.
That was my goal. It didn't matter about who won or who lost. It mattered on the product. You know what I mean? That's my goal going into every match, is to make sure that I have the best match on the card.
So Anthony Steele, if you're watching this, Omen Black, you ever want to have a dream match, or let me have a dream match, fulfill my dream, Anthony, let me know.
You like Anthony, is what you're saying.
Oh, don't be wrong. I'm a big fan of yours, James.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, no, and I hear you.
But yeah, I would like to wrestle Anthony Steele, Aaron Blaze. In the IMF, my dream match would have to be a tag team match. Tag team tables match between me and Felix and whoever else. So I feel like when I first started, me and Felix, we would mess around and we just had great chemistry being a team. Every time we run a dark match, me and him are a team. We just have great chemistry working together.
Yeah. Well, that's neat.
Yeah,
Anthony,
me and Felix, we got this.
There you. When I went against Anthony, he said when he would talk to me on the phone and we did our promos, I was a lot shorter when he met me in person. He's like, "Man, you're small." I was like, "Don't underestimate me, buddy." And he's like, "Yeah, I know." And then we went on and we had our matches that we had. He's 6'4". So he's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, he's nice. He's young too, though. He's only like 21, but he could be very arrogant, which is one thing. Do you think you can handle that?
Anthony Steele,
He said he could be very arrogant.
Yeah, I can, because I can match him with arrogance.
Yeah, he's very arrogant too. Thinking that he's taking this from me in a Rumble in the Yard.
That's the thing. Like, I telling you, I'm going to take it. You're not going to stop me from taking it. No one's going to stop me from taking it.
We'll see.
If I got to take on the whole entire roster for this title, I'm going to win.
That's what I like.
Can Steele match the arrogance of Omen Black? There's a reason why I call him Omen Reigns.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna defend Anthony because
You know what?
Anthony
You may be the
thought
two, but I'm the one.
Anthony thought he could humble James Taylor, but we all saw how that went. Did y'all watch the first match me and him had?
Yes, I did.
Now, what did you think?
And
Of
you
that?
were right. Number one's better than number two.
Yeah,
But I love number two still.
My favorite moment of all the videos that I watched of you is the stunner you gave the dude in the orange shirt. That stunner was sick. Like, it's kind of like the stunner I get when I get the stunner to Freddie Daniels. He likes to take it. It's like he takes like Vince McMahon takes it, Stone Cold's type thing. He just like drops to the floor. But
Robert and Christy Howell says, "Tell Omen to show us that arrogance." Ooh.
What would you do? Tell him what you do.
What would you do to Robert? What would you do to Robert?
Robert, you didn't think you're even my level to be in the ring with me? I'm gonna tell you something, Robert. They don't call me Omen Black. They don't call me Omen Reigns for nothing. I'm gonna put the nail in the coffin on you. I'm gonna get the 1, 2, 3. That's what I do. I get the 1, 2, 3, and I leave.
Just like enough said. I don't know if he's got anything to say to respond to that, but I thought that was interesting. Thought you might like that.
What'd you do to Steel? If you ever had a chance to Steel?
Yeah, if you had an opportunity, call out Anthony Steele right now. What would you do? Call him out and challenge him, because he could very well. I'm going to go ahead and say it. If I contacted him and said, "Hey, I'm going up to face this guy, Soldier GP. No offense, he thinks he could take me. You want to come up there with me and take on this guy named Omen Black who wants to kick your ass?"
And I'm gonna say this, James Taylor. I welcome any ass whooping that wants to come down this ramp and get their ass whipped by Omen Black. No, Anthony Taylor, even though he's one of my dream matches, I'll still whoop his ass twice on Sunday. And funny enough, we wrestle on Sundays.
So you have 2 matches with him on Sunday?
You know what? And I'll even up the stakes. If he thinks he can come here and beat me, let's say, hypothetically, if you contacted him, I'll even make it my own match. If he could beat me in a tables match, that'd be interesting.
Match. Okay. Oh, well, we'll definitely have to find out for sure on that one. What about you, Mr. GP? You think you could take on Anthony Steele?
I don't back down from anybody. I think I can take you on.
You think I can take me on?
I'm Mr. Heel Life 24/7 for a reason. Like, this isn't a gimmick for us. This is what we do for a living.
Well, I mean, I'd put your head right here, right? I'd put your jaw, I'd get the jaw right there. I'd turn it a little slightly, and then wham, turn your lights out, Mr. GP. I respect what you've done over there in IMF. I respect that you're the world's heavyweight champion. I've held 12 of those in the backyard world throughout my illustrious career. That's beside the point. The fact is that I always show up, and I'm not afraid. You might beat my ass, but you know what? You can guarantee your last little bottom dollar that James Taylor would pick himself up, dust himself off, and still continue the fight, because that's what I do best. And do you know why? Because
why is that?
It can't be no other way, Jack.
See, that's the thing. If you come here, I'm the fiend that runs the team. I'm Mr. Hill Life 24/7. I'll stun my own mom if it means I get to keep this.
Really?
So imagine,
put your little.
If I stun my mom, what will I do to you?
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do to me?
I'm not these guys in these fake little rings.
I ain't worried about that either. I'd take those nasty dreadlocks of yours, I'd wrap them around till you passed out, and I'd pin you 1, 2, 3. What you think of that, hot shot?
I would stun the shit out of you and pin you 1, 2, 3.
There you go. See, we already built a story. There it is.
I will catch you with the stunner before you catch me.
So did Kevin Owens, but how'd that turn out for him?
I'm not Kevin Owens. I'm the Soldier GP.
And I'm the Nemesis James Taylor, the Tyrant King. I am, and in a lot of people's eyes, and you can look at these other feds, I am. You might be one day, but right now, kid, I am a backyard legend. You're calling out a legend. And
that's cool.
All right.
You can be a backyard legend, but I'll be Randy Orton. I'll be the legend killer.
I respect that. That goes a long way. You want to reach for that proverbial brass ring because being champion is one thing, but being the absolute best is another.
Listen here, James Taylor.
I'm listening, Mr. Black.
Do you feel that? Do you feel the tingle up and down your spine? Because when you're the greatest wrestling company around, they don't call you the greatest. They call you IMF Wrestling. And that's what we do. We're going to lay down anyone who thinks they can come here and come to our yard, our ring. You think they got a shot against us?
And the great thing about it is you stuttered when you were talking. So when you stutter when you talk, you realize you're not believing the shit that you're saying that you're going to do if you come here. You don't believe it.
Really?
So we don't believe it. You come to our company, you can bring steel. You can bring anybody else you want to bring. But we're going to send that ass packing because we're going to beat them asses. And when it's all said and done, you're going to be looking up at the sky while I'm raised my hand high. And you'll realize that your time is over. And it's time for you to move on.
Did you mean to write some of that?
No.
You fucking look like a goddamn Dr. Seuss book.
You think that you asked me, you said, do I feel the little tingle going up my spine? No, I mean, I felt a fart coming on earlier when you were talking. Look, Mr. Soldier, okay, I ain't afraid of no man, especially you. You could be fiendish all you want. You could be the best that you think in your company. I'll come up there and drop you like the bad habit that you are. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Hell, I'd do it to you and Mr. Omen Black at the same time. Handicap match, it wouldn't matter. Both of you aren't even on my level. I drop you into careers faster than it began because that's what I do because I'm the Tyrant King. I am the Nemesis James Taylor, and you're what? You're Soldier GP. Is that supposed to impress me? Is that supposed to intimidate me? You sit there with your little beady eyes and you look at me. You're looking into the ultimate force in backyard wrestling, kid. I'll run circles around you all day long and there ain't nothing you can do about it. But I do appreciate the respect. I do appreciate your intensity. When you step foot in the ring, though, with me, I dare you, I double dog dare you to get this close to my face and say all that garbage to it. Because I don't think you can, and I don't think you will.
Listen, I fear no man. No man. If you want to step up to the champ, step up to the champ. It's good. It's really good to sit there and run your mouth on a podcast where there's a screen between us, where there's 6 states between us. I can pick a date. Listen, I'm booked because that's what champions are. They're booked for coming up. So I'll give you a date. September 24th. September 24th. I'm free that day, and that's going to be our big show, Ring of Champions, right? September 24th. That gives you, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That gives you 8 months to get yourself into shape. 8 months to come step to the champ. I might not be champion then, but I'm still going to whip your ass, and I'm going to put you down with the Stone Cold Stunner. So I'm challenging you September 24th at Ring of Champions. Me versus you, Battle of the Stunner. Give you 8 months to prepare for it, son.
8 months?
I don't give a fuck about I'm a legend of the backyard scene. I'm the legend killer that day. And I'm going to put the old dog down.
Put the old dog down. You know how many times I heard that? That's all right.
But again, you ain't heard it from this guy. You have never fought and wrestled a man like me.
You know, you might be a big fish in a very small pond where you're at, but you got to understand, 8 months. You're talking about 8 months. In 8 months, there's going to be a war machine rolling in town. His name is the Nemesis James Taylor. And I will make an example out of you to your roster. I will make an example out of you to the IMF universe. I will make an example out of Soldier GP to the Backyard Network that James Taylor has got his number. And that's it.
In
Period.
8 months, you're only going to need a 1-round ticket. One way. You're going to come here, and I'm going to send your ass back in a box. 8 months. Ring of Champions. Doesn't matter if I am the champ at the time, if I'm not the champ at the time. Battle of the Stunners. Soldier GP. The Fiend that runs the team. Mr. Heel Life 24/7. The popular monster versus the Nemesis James Taylor.
Yeah, I'll definitely see you there.
Oh, I'm waiting for it.
Enjoy the next 8 months of your life, because when September 24th rolls around, it's going to be Judgment Day.
I've heard it before, and I'm still here.
There you go. Only
I've heard it before, and I'm still here.
On your face like you something special too. Don't think that you're gonna be getting out of it, because when I get done beating his ass, I'll be going for you next, kid.
Listen here,
He better
Nemesis.
bring
Listen here, the
Hold
tyrant
on,
king.
hold on. There you go.
That's right. You acknowledge me. Now you listen here, the old tyrant king. Kings fall. Kings get slayed. It's been proven in history. Kings fall, kingdoms slayed. Guess what? If you somehow get past Soldier GP, I will make it my goddamn duty to send you back so Anthony Steele can wipe your tears off your goddamn face.
You said a war machine was coming to IMF. You better bring the Navy. You better bring the Army. You better bring the Marines. You better bring the Air Force. Because you're going to need a fucking army to take us out.
Take y'all out.
You know what? How about this? How about we up the stakes then? Ring of Champions. If you bring Anthony Steele, we could have a tag team match.
The Foundation can reunite.
The Foundation can show up for one more day.
One more night to whoop the Nemesis James Taylor. And what's the other guy's name? Anthony Steele.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. You know, I don't need Anthony's help. Don't need anybody's help. But if Anthony wanted to come, it doesn't matter if it's a tag team match or a handicap match. When James Taylor shows up, regardless of the fact, you might want to get all your little guys around there and tell them to go get some crowbars, because they're going to have to pry me off of your asses. Period.
That's the thing about IMF. If some of us fight, we all fight. And you and Anthony Steele maybe are going to realize that.
Hey, what? I look forward to the competition. See, I was getting all hot and bothered. Look, y'all got hot and bothered, but you know what? This is supposed to be a friendly podcast.
Hey,
I respect you. I respect you guys. And I do appreciate y'all coming on the show.
Hey, you know what, James? We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I am looking forward to that match, though. Like, real talk, side to side, Gary talking to James. I'm looking forward to the match. I'm looking forward to the competition. Like, I'm excited.
Exactly. I feel the same way. Now, in the next, hopefully next weekend or something, I could try and get us to do that round table backyard session where we get like 9 different in here. If they're available, would y'all want to join back again?
We'd be happy to.
Yeah, we'll be happy to. It gives
right.
us more people to challenge and we'll challenge them on your show.
Now that right there would give y'all an opportunity to just say whatever to anybody, and then they can talk back with you as well.
Now I got a question: will the Captain Law be there? Because
he's very, very offended that guy wanted to brush him off like he was a joke.
Really?
Yeah, like he's offended by that, and he has every right to be. Because I've seen how that guy wrestles, and you would mop the floor with him, man.
Well, I'll do one thing.
Well, thing about Captain Law, he on the Nemesis sessions, he calls some of us are green, but he doesn't want to travel. Well, that's because Captain Law knows if he could travel to Iowa,
We beat his ass. We beat his ass.
Omen get the 1, 2, 3,
Put him to the table.
that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said it here, and I'm sure that they will see it, and I'm sure that they'll respond. We could do a special little podcast later tonight, maybe even tomorrow. I don't know, or next weekend, if y'all are available. Because I think.
Are you available for later tonight?
I'm available.
I'm available later tonight.
Okay.
If you can set it up, we'll be here. We'll be ready for you.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, because I'm only saying because there might be some of these guys that might want to say something to you, and themselves.
We welcome that.
Hey,
especially the promo assassinator like he claimed to be Captain Law. He gives out promo assassinations, he says. I look forward to it.
What if it was a Tyler Titan or Anthony Steele?
We might not be the best. We might not be the best promo givers or the best talkers, but we're down to talk against anybody, and we'll go up against anybody.
Yeah, well, that would be all that would matter, is that you would just want to meet them and talk to them. You know what I mean? So there it is.
Like I said, we're trying to use backyard wrestling
as an escape
to unite people. Kind of like how AEW is trying. Like I heard WWE selling and Tony Khan's in the mix to trying to buy them.
Wow,
I heard that rumor. That would be awesome because then they're uniting everybody through wrestling.
Yep.
That's what we're trying to do. We challenge these companies not because we think that we're better than them. We know that we're better than them, but not to just say that. Not to toot our home. We're just talking shit, promo wise. Soldier knows he's better than them, but we're challenging these guys to help get these guys out there to help. We're uniting the world through backyard wrestling.
I think the true spirit of backyard wrestling is to live out a dream that some of us aren't blessed to actually fulfill, be professional, and it's also an escape from real world problems.
Like Omen doesn't have the problems that Shane does.
Yeah.
The Soldier doesn't have the problems that Gary does, and I'm pretty sure the Nemesis doesn't have the problems that you have, in reality, in your real life. And that's what we do. We escape that problem. When I get in this ring, I don't have to worry about all the problems that Gary has to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. We're trying to give this to these kids. Get an escape. They can live out who they really want to be inside their head.
Like, there's this one point we had this kid that his sister had cancer, and he loved to get in the ring because his sister didn't have cancer. So, like, it was an escape for him. And that's what ultimately we're giving these kids, is an escape from the real world.
And I'm going to tell you this. I told you this the other day, James. It really being Omen Black, who doesn't care about having a fan or nothing. But you know what? As the real me, when I had George, shout out to George, if you're listening to this, George, listening to you say that me and Felix are your heroes, it kind of, that makes you appreciate what you're doing more.
That's true.
I feel the same way when Chuck said it to me. Like, it's cool. And the fact, like I said, when we get in these contract talks where we're talking, like we have a thing set up through mutual talking that you're going to come up here and we're going to wrestle. Like, that feeling is showing that somebody wants to, somebody saw a match that I was in. And because of that match, they want to wrestle me. Like, that is like that's one of the greatest feelings. And to me, it's just, it pumps me up. Like you said, the first match you saw was the I Quit match, right?
I did.
Between me and Freddie. And then you started talking to him about wrestling me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that to me, I feel blessed that my match was able to do that for you, where you're like, man, I want to wrestle this guy. Help us, push our company forward. I mean, it doesn't benefit you. You got more subscribers than us. You got more fans than us. But the fact of the matter is, you want to come here, and like you said in the earlier, the show, you want to come here and you want to give your experience and you want to teach these kids. You don't have to do that, but you want to.
Exactly.
It's like Aaron Blaze doesn't have to come here, but he wants to. The wrestler Levi McDaniels, he wants to come here. He doesn't have to, but he's willing to do the same thing you're doing. He wants to come here and he wants to help train the kids, so we can make our company better. You guys don't have to do this, but you guys are doing it.
And the thing about the companies that we're feuding with, like when we were starting small, STH is going to help us push us forward. And now that we've surpassed them, now we're helping them
keep going.
And that's what it is. You're trying to help out other companies and help out your friends. And DKW, we may be bigger than them, but we want to help them out too, like they're helping us out.
To the point where we're trying to make it to where there one day we have, all the backyard wrestling teams, groups can come together and throw on one giant show, like once a year, like our own backyard WrestleMania.
Yeah.
To where, featuring TBW, DKW, STH, IMF, and all these other companies if they want to. Like, we're just trying to connect everybody through wrestling. That's ultimately the goal is and give these kids something to look forward to in the future instead of being bored sitting at home.
And that's what's going to make it fun, doing stuff like that. And that's why I said, honestly, and it's not to kiss y'all's ass, it'd be an honor for me to go to y'all's ring and do whatever, whether it be.
It'd be an honor for you to come up.
It'd be an honor for you to bless us with your presence in the ring, James. We're huge fans of yours. And
when you first reached out, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know anything about you. But then I did watch your stuff. And like I said, I become a fan of yours. The stunner you do is so clean. That F5, I'm fucking excited to take. Like, really, I'm excited to take that. Like, I feel like I'm safe in the ring. I'd be safe in the ring with you. And, like, to me, it's like getting the rest of you is like meeting one of my heroes when I go to wrestling shows and they got, like, I met Rikishi a couple years ago. Getting to meet these, all like last year I got to meet Carlito and all that. Getting the rest of you, that's how I feel inside right now, knowing that we have a match setting up. That you're coming up, like, that's how I feel watching your stuff. Like, I've had your stuff running on my TV for the last 2 days.
Oh, dude, I'm honored.
Like, everybody comes into my house, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, that's the guy I'm wrestling. September, that's the guy I'm wrestling. Am I lying? This is my son. He'll tell you, I'm not lying. That's the guy I'm wrestling. Like, I've been bragging about it. I've been excited about it. Like,
thank you.
Like, I've already requested the days off at work, and I know it's 8 months away, but they already know September. I'm focusing on James Taylor.
There you go. And we'll build a good story towards it because I'm excited to do it too. And I just want to put on a show. I want to make you look as good. The way I'm looking at it, I want to go to these feds to, like y'all's fed, for instance, to face who I believe. And there's no disrespect to anybody else there, who I believe of that company. And I watched a little bit of every match, and I seen the way that you handle your character, and it's not kissing your ass. It's just telling you, I seen the way that you were. It's like he's got charisma. He knows what he's wanting to do. I want to face him just to see if I can hang with him, see if the old guy can still hang with him. And I mean, hell, you might be my age. I don't know how old you are. I'm 38. So
you got 3 years on me. I just turned 35 back in August.
So you see, here we are still doing it at our age because we love it that much. And maybe that could also show some of these younger guys, hey, you're doing it now at a great age. If you really got the heart and passion for it, you'll probably still be doing it at our age,
Right.
So, but yeah. I mean, honestly, that's how I feel, and I'm not saying I wouldn't want to wrestle everybody there. I mean, sure, I wouldn't mind helping or practicing or maybe having a match eventually one day in the future with everybody. But right now, yeah, I want to face Mr. GP because you're the way you set yourself in the ring.
The moment we got off the phone the other day when we talked about this, and we talked about the match, you guys, Paul got me on the Discord thing, and we were talking about the match. I got the phone. And I was like, man, and I started watching your videos. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to actually train now, because this guy is a professional. Like, he's a professional backyard wrestler. This isn't just a guy off the streets. Like, you got me. Trust me. When it comes September, you're not gonna see the soldier that you've seen on all the videos. You're gonna get the most professional soldier that you're possibly gonna get.
I look forward to it, definitely. And we'll make it to be a banger for sure. And then all your fans will be like, "Oh hell yeah, let's have more of these." You know what I mean? But also all your guys there, Mr. Black included, they'll all be like, "Yeah, I want to be at that level." I want it to be that everybody wants to be at that level, because if everybody had that mentality, dude, imagine the shows y'all would put out. Imagine the shows any backyard place would. I did the same thing at TBW. If you look at TBW before I showed up, they were, they're green. Nothing wrong with that. I showed up. I wanted to have a match, and one of their big guys, Gage Flair, one of their top guys. He's like Ric Flair, but if you watch that match, I don't know if you watched it, but
I have.
he wanted to face me, and we talked about it. I said, sure, let's do it. I'd be honored. And I did the best I could in that match. And then I did the match with Anthony, and I did that Rumble as well. And the match that I did with Anthony, where it was hardcore and how hard we were hitting, it wasn't how hard we were hitting, just we were making it look really, we were telling a story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you watch their product, they're all really focused on trying to tell stories and actually be more, in tune. And I feel I had a little bit of a part of that. They want me to come back, and I might be going back one day. I don't know when yet, though.
Hey, you go back, and you want some people to go with you, we'll go with you.
Well, they're in northern Tennessee, about an hour northeast of Nashville, so they're almost near the Kentucky line. So I don't know how far that is from y'all.
A flight's not gonna take that long.
Yeah, it's a flight or it's a drive. We can drive.
Oh, there you go.
It's a road trip for us. That's what it'd be.
Sweet. That's cool.
Ultimately, like I said,
It'd be an honor.
Yeah, it'd be an honor. If you want to go back there and you need some teammates to go with you, it'd be an honor to go there with you.
Nice. Well, I know Titan always likes to travel if he can, and he said if I ever went anywhere and wanted to go, he'd go with me. So there's another one, Atomic Titan. So, but all right, guys, I do appreciate y'all, and I appreciate the time. We're going to end the podcast here. Is there anything else? I always like to ask the guests this. Is there anything else you'd like to tell to the YouTube universe, the backyard universe? Is there any last words that you would like to say from IMF Wrestling to the backyard?
IMF Wrestling, go and like, subscribe, and share the IMF channel.
Check out our Patreon.
Check out the Patreon. We're going to start getting that on there. We're going to put matches that we can't put on YouTube. We're going to start putting them on there first.
If you want to see a match that we're not going to post, like, for storylines, we'll put it on the Patreon for you.
Nice.
Yeah, if you any ideas on a match, if a fan wants a match, like they want to see, say they want to see me against Chucky, we'll put it on there for you guys.
Yeah.
If you want to see Omen against, Ray Rogers in a street fight, we'll put that on there.
Nice.
And to the backyard world, if you're looking to do like we're doing and challenging people, are you looking to accept challenges from other companies? Come step to the IMF.
I like to say this too, to all our fans. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be on the podcast. We wouldn't be doing our own thing. We'd be still trying to get a dream going. And we appreciate you guys for sticking with us and following us.
Definitely.
We love our fans. Everything we do right now is for our fans. Like, we keep it going. Like I said, I'm 35 years old. There's times the next day, and this is my wife, and there's every night she has to sit there and muscle rub after matches and stuff, because I'm getting old. But we do this for the fans.
Putting on the product and entertainment. Yeah, it's fun. My wife supports me and stuff with it too, so it's all good. Well, then I want to say thank you all for coming on. Hope to have you. Would you be interested in coming back on another episode one day?
Of course.
Of course.
I mean, I got to come back, right?
There
So
you
we can
go.
sit there and promote September 24th.
There it is. There it is. Well, ladies,
Anthony, if you see me, Anthony, you see me.
Come with them.
yeah, Anthony. Don't be a little chicken. I'm just kidding. This has been the Nemesis Sessions. This is IMF Wrestling. I'm going to put a link to their channel down in the description below so you can watch it later. Thank you all. This has been episode 21, and we will see you all in the next episode. I'll catch your asses down the road. Y'all just stay put real quick for me, and we're going to go ahead and end this.